I would like to think that Dave did, and his two roommates at 610 North Buchanan, Matt Zash and Danny Flannery, did exactly what a prosecutor and the police would want. They cooperated fully. They offered to take lie detector tests, which were refused. They told their story. They asked if there was anything else they could do. They offered DNA samples. After giving oral statements for from 5 to 7 hours, they prepared written statements which were shown on this screen. And I can tell you that Dave's written statement was the most detailed, 7 pages, and that the very first night that the police got involved in this investigation, they knew exactly what happened from that statement, because that statement is a carbon copy of the statement, the report that was issued by the Attorney General.
And during the time that your son was in police custody for, I think the record establishes 7+ hours, did he ever try to contact you for any reason?
Dave did not. He was there uncounseled. He had not called either of us, his parents. He actually had been, 2 days before, Dean Sue Wasilick of Duke had actually contacted Coach Pressler indicating that there had been some report. And I could get into the details of that, but I think the most important thing is to say that while Dave did not speak with her, Matt and Danny did, that she advised them to cooperate fully and tell the truth if the police came to see them, and they did precisely that, uncounseled and without consulting with parents.
Now, beginning on March 27th, it's been established that Mr. Nifong made statements to the news media concerning the team members' refusal to cooperate or make statements. Are you familiar with some of those statements?
Yes, I am.
And as the father of one of those young men, what was your reaction to those statements?
We were floored. Our son had cooperated fully. The police had told a local paper that the residents at 610 North Buchanan were cooperating fully. It was, we just couldn't figure out why Mr. Nifong was making these statements when in fact it was obvious that the 3 residents of the house had cooperated to the best of their ability.
One of the statements that Mr. Nifong made in this case is he commented to the effect, and one would wonder why one needs an attorney if one was not charged and had not done anything wrong. Can you tell me what your reaction to that was as a father and also as an attorney of 30-some-odd years?
Well, as an attorney, I remember being taught that everyone had a constitutional right to a lawyer. And I noticed Mr. Nifong has lawyers, which he has the right to do. To me, it called into question, here are 47 members of the team. The 3 who were residents had fully cooperated. The others wanted to talk with their parents. Parents wanted them to consult with lawyers before going down and talking with the district attorney, who had begun to malign the entire team. It seemed to me that it was a really, it was beyond what any prosecutor should ever say to make the players of the team look bad for seeking counsel when under the circumstances it was the appropriate thing to do and it was their right to do it.
You're aware that Mr. Cheshire made offers to have Dave come down and meet with Mr. Nifong, and then Mr. Nifong did not respond or take him up on that.
Can you speak up a little bit more, Mr. Brown?
I'm sorry. You're aware that Mr. Nifong, that Mr. Cheshire made offers to have your son come down and meet with Mr. Nifong, and that he did not take advantage of that. Can you?
Yes, Joe kept us very much involved in the defense. We were eager to try to share information with Mr. Nifong. We were eager for Joe to talk to Mr. Nifong, or with Dave's full statement to allow him to be questioned by Mr. Nifong. So we were hopeful that that would happen, and Mr. Cheshire indicated that we had photographs that proved that he didn't wear a mustache that night, and also produced a lie detector test from a highly respected individual showing that he passed in flying colors. So we were eager to try to talk to Mr. Nifong to head off an injustice.
What kind of effect has Mr. Nifong's misconduct had on your son?
No, let me say first that these statements came out and maligned an entire team. 47 players, their parents, their grandparents, their brothers and sisters, their schools were under attack by Mr. Nifong. Our entire world changed as a result of these unethical statements that were being made. With respect to Dave, still has to live with the fact that he was one of the captains and hosts of this party. And every day he feels terrible. The fact that his friends and teammates had to be drugged through this. Now, he didn't deserve it, carrying on a tradition of a party, but these statements tore a lot of people apart. Fortunately, our son Dave is very strong. He's very resilient. We're very proud of him. We're proud of the way he's handled this. And as I said to our daughter Kristen, who's been so great during this, and Ray and Dave, hopefully we won't be judged by whether we've had adversity. We'll be judged by how well we handled it. And I think our son has led the way in handling this outrageous situation well, looking out not only for himself, but for his teammates and his friends.
Did your son have a job offer at the time all this happened after graduation?
Yes, he did. The summer before his senior year, he worked on Wall Street. He worked at Merrill Lynch. At the end of the summer, he was made an offer from both Merrill Lynch and J.P. Morgan to join them. He selected J.P. Morgan.
Was that a difficult job to secure?
Well, the job was as a financial analyst in sales and trading, and it was probably one of the most coveted jobs that graduating seniors, economic majors, tried to secure. Hard to get.
And when did you find out that your son was going to be indicted?
We knew that Mr. Nifong was targeting our son, and we knew that in the end of April. We continued to hope that through cooperation, reason, and looking at the evidence that was coming out, that wouldn't happen. We actually went to baccalaureate at Duke Chapel. We came out. I called Brad Bannon to ask if we'd heard, and they were going to kind of put that off because they just didn't want to ruin things. So I gave Dave a bit of an answer, and he said, "I've got to know." And he called back Brad, and Brad said, "You're going to be indicted on Monday." So we, over that weekend, had that information. We knew what was going to happen. We knew that if Mr. Nifong or witnesses from the police department sought an indictment, that it would absolutely occur. We had a dinner Saturday night with all the senior players and their families, but couldn't really talk about it. On Sunday, Mother's Day, was graduation day.